We are live. What's up, all y'all spirits out there? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whatever time it is right now. Where you at? What's up with y'all? Today is day 34 of our 60-day discipline challenge. And for today, we are going to be doing a headstand flow. All right, y'all. So y'all feel me? So we're going to get on the mat and we're going to start in the standing positions. And we're going to start with some sun salutations. We're going to do about, I'm going to say three rounds of sun salutations to start off. Okay, so when you guys are ready, go ahead and meet me on the mat in a standing position. We're going to walk towards the top of our mat, just like so. We're going to take a deep breath in, raising our arms above our head. And as we exhale, we're going to fold forward. We're going to take a deep here as we halfway lift. A deep breath out as you fold forward. Placing your hands on the mat here. Take another deep breath in as you step back to high plank. Go ahead and readjust here. As you exhale, you're going to rock your shoulders over the wrist. You're going to lower down through chaturanga all the way to your belly, nice and slow. So once your belly is on the ground here, you're going to take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to extend the arms coming into cobra. Take a deep breath here in cobra. And as you exhale, you're going to tuck your toes, pick up your hips, and shift back to downward dog. Once in downward dog, you're going to take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to step your feet up, back into forward fold. Exhale all your breath out here. You're going to take another deep breath in. As you halfway lift, go ahead and place your hands on your thighs. Halfway lift by extending your arms here. Exhale to forward fold. This time you're going to take another deep breath in, but this time you're going to roll your shoulders up as you fully stand. Extend the arms in the air. Inhale. And that was one round. So we're going to do about 3 more rounds of that. So that was basically our sun salutation right there. And we're going to do that 3 more times before we continue on with our flow. All right. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Plant those hands on the mat. Deep breath in as you step back to high plank. Deep breath out as you rock the shoulders over the wrist, lowering down to chaturanga all the way to your belly here, nice and flat. Inhale as we extend the arms into cobra. Exhale here as you tuck the toes, pick up the hips, and shift back to downward dog. Deep breath here. Deep breath out as you step your feet forward to forward fold. Exhale all the breath out here. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale to fully stand, stretching the arms above your head. Deep breath here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step those feet back, high plank. Exhale as you rock the shoulders over the wrist, lowering down through chaturanga all the way to your belly, nice and flat here. Inhale, I'm going to set the flats of my feet on the mat, and I'm going to choose upward dog this time. So I'm going to take a deep breath in. As I extend the arms coming up on the flats of my feet. Deep breath here. Exhale as I tuck my toes, pick up my hips, and shift back, downward dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out as we step our feet forward. Forward fold here. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to fully stand. Extending the arms above the head. Exhale to fold forward. This is going to be our last round. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step the feet back, high plank. Exhale here as we rock the shoulders over the wrist, lowering down through our chaturanga all the way to our belly, nice and flat here. Deep breath in as I set the flats of my feet on the mat, extending my arms as I come up into upward dog. Exhale as I tuck my toes, pick up my hips, and shift back, downward dog. Deep breath here. Deep breath out. Step our feet forward. forward fold here, exhaling everything out. Inhale with me as we halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to fully stand. Exhale, hands down to heart chakra center. Alrighty, and that was our sun salutation. We did that for like 3 to 4 rounds. So now we can actually continue on with our yoga flow. So we're gonna take another deep breath here. As you exhale, go ahead and fold forward. Take another deep breath here as you step back to downward dog. Exhale, go ahead and lower those knees down so we can settle into a tabletop. We're gonna stack our wrists under our shoulders here. We're gonna stack our knees under our hips. Our knees are also going to be hip distance apart. Once there, you're gonna take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more inhale as we rock our shoulders over our wrists. And exhale as we send our hips down towards our heels. So we're just gonna continue to rock back and forth, inhaling as we rock the shoulders over the wrist. Exhale as we push the hips towards the heels. And we're pushing the ground away as we do these movements here. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale with me. Maybe rock over the shoulder, not over the shoulders, over the wrist a little bit more. Maybe you don't. One more time here. And a deep breath out. Go ahead and find tabletop once again. Readjust if need be. Inhale through the nose. And exhale as you rock from side to side. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Another deep breath here. And as you exhale, go ahead and turn your hands out towards the side. So your fingertips are facing the sides of the mat here. You're going to continue to rock from side to side. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling out the nose or mouth. Let's take another deep breath here as you rock from side to side. And a deep breath out. Keeping your hands planted against the mat here for one more breath. And as you exhale, find stillness. Go ahead and turn your fingers back around so your fingers are facing away from you. You're going to take another deep breath here. And a deep breath out as you walk your hands towards your knees here, sitting down on your heels. You're going to go ahead, you're going to clasp your hands together just like so, and you're going to start to roll out the wrist. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Continue to roll out those wrists, moving with the breath here. One more breath here. And as you exhale, go ahead and shake those hands out. Shake the wrist out for a deep breath in. And a deep breath out as you place your hands back on the mat, walking your hands back out into tabletop. Go ahead and settle here for a deep breath in. And as you exhale, this time we're going to tuck our toes and we're going to hover our knees about 1 inch or 2 above the mat. So our knees are not touching the ground here. We have them hovering, really engaging our core as we take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, pushing the ground away as we rock forward and backward. Remember, we're keeping the knees off the mat here. Inhale with me and a deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath here. And as you exhale, go ahead and turn the hands out towards the side so the fingertips are facing the sides of the mat here. And you're going to rock from side to side, keeping the knees above the mat. Deep breath here. And a deep breath out. Inhale with me. And as you exhale, go ahead and lower those knees down to the mat. Turn your hands back forward for a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. This time, go ahead and walk your hands back to sit on your heels. And we're going to flip our hands. So the tops of our hands here is going to come down to the mat. So the palms of our hands are facing towards the sky. The tops of our hands are pressing against the mat here. This can be a bit of an intense exercise. So if it's like too much for you, you can bend the elbows to decrease the intensity here. But if you're looking for something a bit more, it's not enough, you can always shift your weight back, putting more pressure on your wrist here. So either variation that you chose, we're just gonna stay for 3 breaths. Just go ahead and take a deep breath here. And a deep breath out. Pressing the nail beds into the mat here for another inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. And as you exhale, slowly peel your hands off the mat as you lean back, peeling your hands off nice and slow. Go ahead and shake that out for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Shake it out, one more breath. And as you exhale, go ahead and clasp your hands together, roll out the wrists. We're gonna roll it out for 2 breaths. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose or mouth. One more breath here. And as you exhale, go ahead and release your hands from each other. Shake it out for a good breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and set your hands. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Tell me why I don't know if this thing been recording the whole time.
Oh, is that how you got your
My other one, how I went live and it only had like a 2 minutes, but I know I was out there for like 40 minutes. I think it's gonna do that again this time. I'm not gonna cap. All right, y'all. Hopefully this thing not messing up. That would be lame. Now I gotta fix this thing. They still don't got no signal. Yeah, Ash just ran. She just ran so quick. All right. Hopefully the signal is alright. Hopefully it's recording. Cause man, I'm not doing all that over. I was out here for a good minute. Okay, I'm not gonna do that all over.
We're gonna get ready to go.
Where y'all going?
We're going to get the stuff for Friday. Some for groceries, and we're gonna go to this candy store and buy some candy too. And
All right.
that's
All right. I'm gonna be here. All right, y'all. Let's continue where we left off. Cut out again because I swear if it cut out for another time, for a 4th time, I'm gonna leave. That's all I have to say. I'm gonna leave. Anyway, though, let's get back on the mat. Let me get back into the position I was in.
okay. Now it's working.
Let me bend my legs. 3-legged dog on the left side, knee to chest. I gotta go back into my runner stretch. Let me go back into my runner stretch, y'all. Boom. Now we can continue where we left off, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out here in our runner stretch. Let's take one more breath here. And as we exhale, we're going to bend the left knee, placing our elbow on the mat. We place our hands against the mat here. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. Deep breath in as you pull your left knee into your chest. Exhale, drive it back, 3-legged dog. Go ahead and set that left leg back down. Walk it out for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more breath here. As you exhale, go ahead and walk your feet to your hands. Walk your feet to your hands here. Go ahead and fold forward, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose or mouth here. One more breath here. As you exhale, go ahead and start to spread the legs a little bit wider than hip distance and turn the feet out at an angle. So your toes are facing at an angle here. You're gonna take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to squat down into your malasana. Go ahead and sink your hips down towards the mat here. Keep your hands on the mat for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Optional to peel your hands off the mat and set your hands to heart chakra center, or you can keep your hands on the mat, either or. We're just gonna take a deep breath here and a deep breath out. Let's take 2 more breaths here, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose or mouth. One more breath here. And as you exhale, go ahead and take your hands, set them on the mat, extend the legs. Deep breath in, extend those legs. Exhale, keep your forward fold. Keep those hands planted against the mat here for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more breath here. And as you exhale, go ahead and take and set them on your waist here for a deep breath in And a deep breath out as you stand all the way up. All right, I'm gonna turn towards the front of the mat now. Now we're going to get ready for our headstand exercise. We done did a lot of warm-ups. We did our wrist work, we did some core work, we did some hip work, we did a lot of things. I don't know if y'all caught all that though, because the signal was going in and out. I know I've been out here for like 30, 40 minutes, but the timer on the live says I have not been out here for that long, but I know I've been out here for that long. My signal, it's been in and out. But just know I done warmed up. We done did all our warm-up exercise and everything like that. So now we are ready, and I'm going to show y'all 2 variations of how I get into my headstand. Of course, there is way more ways to get into your headstand, but I'm just showing y'all 2 ways that I do it, okay? So let me move my mat a little bit. Let me move this to the side. Hold on, it's right here. Let me dust this off real quick. So I got bugs on my mat, leaves on my mat. We out here, y'all. We out here. So basically, this is one way I do it. I'm trying to think if I want to show y'all my easiest way or my hardest way. I'm going to show y'all my easiest way first, and then we're going to do this way. So let me show y'all the easiest way of how I like to do it. So first, I get on my hands and knees. That's first. So first, I'm in tabletop. Now from tabletop, what I do is I lower down onto my forearms, okay? So now I'm lowered down onto my forearms here in tabletop. Next, I create a basket with my hands. So you see, I clasp them together. You see that? You see that? And I have a little basket. Now I'm creating a basket with my hands. Next, I put the crown of my head in that basket that I just made. If you don't know where the crown of your head is, make this sign with your hand. Okay, make this sign right here. Put your thumb in between your eyebrows. Okay? Your pinky finger, wherever your pinky finger land on your head, that's the crown of your head, okay? So do that exercise real quick. Make this sign with your hand. Take your thumb. Place your thumb in between your eyebrows. Wherever your pinky finger lands, once you place it on your head, wherever it lands, that's the crown of your head. That's the part that needs to be in the basket, okay? So let's get into that. Let's get into that pose again. Let's go back in tabletop. Back on our forearms. Creating the basket. Crown of the head, this is my crown. I'm gonna set that in my basket. That's in my basket. So I'm gonna set right here. I'm gonna take a deep breath in. As I exhale, I'm going to tuck my toes, pick up my hips. So I'm kind of going like into a dolphin a little bit. And then I'm walking my feet close and close to my head until they just start to naturally lift up. And of course, it's gonna take some practice to start doing this. I didn't always be able to do this. This is an assisted headstand because you're using your forearms for assistance. And you just go from there.
Okay, I see you, girlfriend.
And then I just set my feet on the mat and I sit back up and I stand up.
Hey, give a round of applause for that.
I'm gonna walk away, y'all.
That girl did that. That
Walk
girl
away.
did that.
I'm gonna walk away. Thank you. Period. Thank you. But anyway, that is one way you can do your headstand. That's an assisted headstand because you're using your forearms for support. You're creating a triangle base with your forearms, and your head is here. So it's kind of like a triangle. So that's why it's a bit easier. That's why I call that my easy one. Now this one is different. I'm gonna show y'all another version. All right. So for this version, I start in a standing position just like this, and then I spread my legs. I spread my legs as wide as possible. I just spread them super, super wide. Now here I am. This is me in my wide legs spread standing position, whatever. I take a deep breath in, stretch my arms above my head. I exhale and I fold forward. I place my hands on the mat here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and I fold deeper until my crown of my head is able to touch this mat. I keep breathing and folding until I'm able to touch my head here. Once my head is here, I keep my hands on the mat for support. And I take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out as I start to pick up my hips. This one is a lot harder to do, no cap. I always feel a bit unbalanced in that one. That's why I call that other one my easy one. This one takes a lot more balance for me. I gotta try that one again, man, y'all. This one always takes a lot more balance for me because I'm just like on my head and I'm using my hands for support instead of going down on my forearms. Let me get that out of here. So let's try that again. This time, hopefully I can stand all the way up. Because like I said, y'all, like I said, whew, whew, this is the hard one, y'all. This one is hard. Whew. Tell me I was gonna fall, y'all. I was gonna do a whole flip. I was like, nope, no, I'm not gonna fall. I was gonna whole flip this way. I was gonna do a whole flip, y'all. I'm like, nope, nope, no, I'm not gonna fall. Anyway, though, that's the way I do it. I keep practicing until I get it. So I'm gonna go back down. Man, this time I'm putting my forearms on the ground. Now I'm gonna show y'all why I put my forearms on the ground. Now watch as I put my forearms on the ground, watch how much control I have this time. Y'all saw how I was falling. I did not have that much control with this way. I had way more control the other way. Now watch when I put my forearms on the ground. And I create the triangle base. And I put my head in the triangle base. Now watch this way. This way I'm gonna have a lot more control. Forearms on the mat. Way more control. And that's why I put my forearms on the mat, y'all. That's why I make that triangle base. Because without it, it's kind of hard for me to do it without it, y'all. It's kind of hard for me to do it without the triangle base. So y'all saw me when I just tried to do my head. No forearms on the mat, just my head and my hands. Y'all saw me finna fall, finna do a flip, unbalanced. But when my forearms are on the mat and I'm making that triangle base, it's way easier for me to control the lift up and all that. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to move this. I'm just trying to move the spiders out the way, bro. All right, anyway. Let me try it again. This time, I'm gonna try it one more time without the forearms because I just want to challenge myself. But I do like it way better without the forearms, no cap. I'm gonna try it again though. One more time without the forearms. Whew. Tell me I was gonna fall again. Tell me I was gonna fall again, y'all. Again, I was gonna fall again. I'm not gonna lie. One more time. I'm gonna try it one more time. Without the forearms on the mat this time. I gotta do this. Like, I got to do this. Whew. But it's so much easier with your forearms on the mat. It's so much easier. This is way harder, bro. Well, for me anyway. It might be easier for some. So I be feeling so unbalanced, man. I be feeling like I'm finna fall. I be feeling like, bro, I'm finna fall for a flip. All right, let me try this again one more time. I'm gonna try it again one more time. Hold up. Let me try it one more time. It's the crown of my head. Whew. Whew. Man, that's a lot harder, y'all. No cap. That's no cap. That's a lot harder. Whew. And that's why I call the other one an assisted handstand. Because when your forearms are down on the mat, the assist is real. The help is real. Like, bro. So I'm going to show y'all one more time. Forearms on the mat. It's way better, bro. Watch me do my forearms on the mat and my head on the mat. Way better than just having, like, your hands on the mat. Your forearms make things so much easier. This is help with forearms. So much easier. So much easier. Without my forearms, bruh, I could not even stand in a straight line. I'm lifting up and I'm falling and I'm falling. I'm gonna try that one more time without the forearms for the last time. And then I'm gonna do some cool downs. This is gonna be the last time without my forearms. Last time. I'm not trying to fall. I'm not gonna put my forearms on the ground, just my head and my hands. it's just so hard, y'all. It's so hard for me. But I know I can do it. That thing just hard, but it's just my head. Just my head, I'd be like, bruh, why is the balance so much harder? But anyway, y'all, we gonna do some cool downs because my head is actually tired of getting all my weight on it. Like, it's kind of tired of that now. Like, having all my weight on my head is kind of like, you know what, I'm done. I did it all those times. I'm like done now. So yeah, y'all, we gonna do some cool downs. Okay, period. We gonna do some cool downs. So let's sit down. Ooh, 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 ooh. Something sharp is in my mat. Hold up, y'all. This little thing, little sharp little stick. Anyway, y'all, we gonna do some cool downs. We're gonna take a deep breath here in our seated position. And a deep breath out. We're gonna do one more breath here. And as I exhale, I'm gonna go down to my back, all the way down. Ooh. My head felt that. See, look, when it's with my forearms, my head don't feel it that much because my weight is evenly distributed from the crown of my head to my forearms. But when it's just the crown of my head, I feel like majority of the weight is there, and that is why I be struggling so much when my forearms are not down on the mat, because I feel like my weight distribution is different from when my forearms are down to where just my head and my hands are down. My weight is definitely mostly centered on the crown of my head when it's that way. When I'm in my triangle base with my forearms, my weight is evenly distributed between both my forearms and my head. So that kind of takes a lot of the pressure off, which probably makes it a lot easier. And that's why I say I like to do my easy one, forearm headstand, than just headstand. Because when it's just headstand, bruh, when I tell y'all that's a lot of weight, it's a lot of your whole body weight, all my weight on my crown, I'd be like, bruh. That's why the balance be so hard for me. But I'm gonna get it eventually. And then when I finally get it down and I'm able to do it without my forearms, I'm gonna show y'all. And then I'm gonna show y'all how I did it. But for now, we're just going to rest here for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I'm gonna take another deep breath here and a deep breath out. Y'all, something was crawling on me. Had to wipe that off really expeditiously. Let's take one more breath here. And as we exhale, we're gonna lay our legs flat against the mat here. We're gonna set our hands down to our side, palms facing towards the sky. So we take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's take one more deep breath here and a deep breath out. We're actually gonna stay for 2 more breaths. One more breath here. And as I exhale, I'm gonna pick my knees back up, setting my feet against the mat. As I walk my feet closer to me, as I pull my legs into my chest, hugging them nice and tight for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more breath here. As we exhale, we're gonna roll over to our side and use this to push ourselves up back into a seated position. Alrighty, let's take another deep breath here and a deep breath out. For our next inhale, we're going to take our right hand, we're gonna set it on the crown of our head, and we're going to pull our head towards the right. So setting our ear on our right shoulder here, and we're gonna take a deep breath in. We're not pulling hard, we're just slightly nudging our head, pulling it, yanking it, forcing it that way. We're just slightly nudging it towards the side, all right? For a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're gonna set our left hand towards the side so we get a deeper stretch down the left side of our neck here. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the nose or mouth. One more breath here. And as we exhale, we're going to take our right hand, we're gonna set it down towards the right side. This time we're gonna take our left hand, we're gonna set it on the crown of our head as we tilt our neck towards the left this time. Just getting a deep stretch down the right side of our neck, feeling it in our shoulder too right here. So let's hold it for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath here. Now, as you exhale, go ahead and release your left hand. It be like that. All right.